Welcome to the Forward Focused Flashcast, bite-sized episodes designed to help you become a more effective and well-rounded leader with quick tips that you can implement right away. I'm your host, Jon Reusch, and in today's conversation, we're talking about hitting your natural ceilings in life or business and the only ways that you can break through. 3 of them: systems, tools, and people. So the other day I was leading a workshop with 2 business leaders that I deeply respect. And we got into this conversation around growth and kind of goals that they had set. And what became very evident very quickly was this whole notion of ceilings of achievement, right? And so I reflect back and I think, like, I remember hearing stories of, the 4-minute mile couldn't be broken. Right. And then that's been absolutely crushed. And I think the current world record's like 2 minutes and 30 some seconds, something insane. Maybe it's not quite that fast, but I know 4 minutes has definitely been broken. And so we started having this conversation that if you work 8 hours, you're paid a salary to work those 8 hours. In theory, then that's a ceiling of achievement, 8 hours for this much money. Right. And so the idea kind of floated that, well, how would you double your salary? Well, you would double the hours you worked. You would work 16, not 8. And then it's like, okay, well, I like that. I like the more money, the more revenue. I like what I do. So then we got into a conversation in this workshop around, well, how do you go from 16 and double? Well, you go to, you just work 32 hours a day. And obviously that's silly because there's 24 hours in a day, right? We could get into a whole conversation about time construct and how time is something we've made, but we won't go there. What we've realized is this: in working with these leaders, they have hit ceilings in their life, in their business, in their life, in their marriage, down the line. And the only way they're going to break through is by focusing more purposefully on systems, tools, or people in their world. That's it. That's the only way you break through a ceiling, right? So if you don't break through a ceiling, we're going to start with that. There's 2 things that happen, okay? We all know, I want you to think of somebody who has job jumped. They've moved from job to job to job, or relationship to relationship. That's called resignation. When you hit a ceiling, you hit a natural lid. And sometimes that lid is too much, and so you resign. You escape from it. You walk, you go elsewhere. The other thing that can happen is you hit that ceiling, and if you aren't open to it, realizing it's a ceiling, and you're not willing to put systems, tools, or people into place, you resign to the status quo. It is what it is. This is my limit. This is what I'm going to make. This is what I'm going to see as results in this area of my life. And I would argue that's a really sad and dark place to be. So let's give 2 tangible examples that you could implement into your business or life based on these analogies and kind of what we lay out in terms of systems, tools, and people. So let's take a real estate agent that is selling homes, and they are working with sellers and buyers, and they have goals to sell 20 homes in year 1, and then 30 homes, then 50, then 70, right? As they double their business and grow their market share, they need to become more efficient. They need to be more purposeful with their time, or their level of customer service to their people is going to drop off, right? So the only way to do that is through systems, tools, and people. So let's give an example. If they want to purposely grow, a system they could build is they could have a 10-point checklist that they do every single time a lead comes through. So anytime a lead comes through for listing a house, here's the 10 things that I'm going to follow, and that's a system I follow so I never miss a beat. And I can service more listings or leads at that point because I have a system I'm following and nothing is dropped through the cracks. The tools that could help you implement that system is whether I'm at Costco or I'm at Discount Tire changing my tires on the car, or I'm in line at Panera Bread in the drive-thru waiting for my order to be complete. The tool could be that I store that checklist, the system, on Google Drive or Dropbox, so I can literally access that anywhere I am, right? I'm not contingent on, do I have a paper version of this tool, or when I'm at the office, I use it. So that could be a system and tool. And then as this agent continues to succeed and they're finding more and more return on investment of their time and they're getting more business and more attraction because they have systems and tools in place, they get to a point where they need to hire somebody, right? And that's an assistant, that's leverage. And so this person now actually operates the Google Drive, the Dropbox, the checklist, right? And just sets those appointments for the agent, and the agent goes from appointment to appointment to appointment. So do you see how systems, tools, and people help that agent grow from one deal a month to 5 a month to 10 a month? Same idea with a broker. A broker who has a team, they might have 3, 4, 5 people working on their team, and they do 100 deals a year. That's a lot of real estate. A brokerage, our brokerage last year did over 3,000 deals, right? Because we have the systems, we have the tools and people to support that for our agents. Give one more example on the personal side. So we'll put business aside for a second and just think about it personally. If I'm somebody that's committed to eating healthier, right? I want to stop the takeouts. I want to stop going out to eat 5 days a week or whatever that might be. I need to have a system on getting my groceries, on meal prepping, on getting the right nutrition, right? So do I have the fridge to support fridge and freezer space and pantry space to support eating at home 6 days a week? That's a system that you may need to build. You may need to invest in a better fridge or a larger cupboard space for stuff like that. So the system could be, writing out lists or grocery lists and saying, okay, here's what we're eating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's a system, right? That's a cadence. And then the tool, there's so many different tools that you can utilize. One tool that I love to use, it's called Supercook. And it actually, you input all of the food that you've either purchased or is just in your pantry or at your house, and it provides recipes for you. So then you might only need to go buy 1 or 2 things or buy nothing at all to actually have a like home prepared meal. That's pretty cool, right? So systems and tools. And then the people side of it is maybe you get to a point where you're like, okay, we're going to always order Kroger click list or shipped, and we're going to have time saved. I won't be actually spending time grocery shopping. So other people are now servicing my time, and they are bringing those groceries out to my car, and there it is. And so maybe I have a family and I'm going to incorporate my kids to cook with me. Maybe I pick 1 kid per meal twice a week, let's say, if I have 2 children. Well, that's 4 meals that I'm making with my kids. I'm spending quality time with them. I'm teaching them a skill, and we're able to leverage some of that time. If my 10-year-old or 12-year-old can, help me boil the water for the pasta, right? Or, shred the lettuce for that salad. There's ways that you can stack your time and use people in your world to be more efficient. So tools, systems, people, it's the only way that you're going to break through and go through that next ceiling, that next level in terms of success. So I encourage you to think about what's an area in your life that you want to improve. What's an area in your life that maybe you've been stagnant for a while? An area in your organization that maybe has had the same results the last few years. Is there a system? Is there a tool? Or is there a person that you could put into place to break through to that next level of output, that next level of desired results? That's what you want to be thinking about when you think about ceiling of achievement and using systems, tools, and people to thrive. If you found value in today's content, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss a lesson to be the leader you deserve to be. Until next time, lead on.